how to build confidence. Notice how I say how to build confidence. I'm not gonna tell you how to be confident, how to become confident. It's not really something that you just wake up one day and you're confident, right? You gotta build it. It's like a muscle. You gotta train it. You gotta cultivate it. You know. It's not something that comes overnight. It's gotta come from within. Now you can fake it until you make it. We're gonna talk about that as well, but that's not really confidence. That's like you pretending like you're confident, which will get the job done sometimes, you know. But that's not what you want. Let's be honest. You're not trying to act like you're confident. You want to actually feel good inside. All right. What is confidence? Where do we even start with this? Look at all the shit we got to talk about. We got pictures again. We got some shit on the right side, and we got some good things on the left side. Let's break it down. What is confidence? Okay. What is it? What do we mean by being confident? What does that actually mean, right? We all know what it looks like. We all know, okay, this person is confident. This person, maybe you don't know. Probably, if you're not confident yourself, you're gonna look at somebody and you're gonna be like, this person looks confident, but you don't actually know. Like you can't actually assess. I can tell when I look at somebody, when I know somebody, when I talk to somebody, I can tell, are they just pretending like they're confident, or are they actually genuinely confident on the inside? Okay. Anyway, here's what it means to have confidence. And don't think about this in terms of a confident person. Think about confidence in general. To have confidence means to believe in your ability to do something. Okay? To not have any doubts in your ability. It's being good at something and knowing it. Okay? That's why I got a picture of LeBron James, Mike Tyson. Okay? These guys are good at what they do. These guys are the best at what they do. This guy is good at basketball, okay? And he knows it. When he plays basketball, he knows he's good. Okay, if I take you and I put you on the basketball court, or if you put me on the basketball court against LeBron James, I'm not going to be confident. I'm not going to be in there busting moves and shit and looking cool for the audience because I'm not confident, because I know that I'm not good at basketball, okay? If you put Mike Tyson in the ring, you think he's doubting his ability to knock you the fuck out? If I put you in the ring against Mike Tyson, you don't know how to throw hands. You probably look like a bitch too. You're not going to be confident in there in front of 6 million people looking at your skinny chest on television, right? You're not going to be confident. But Mike Tyson knows that he's a big, bad motherfucker, and he's confident in that, okay? So when he walks in there with confidence, okay? So there's a little definition for you. It's being good at something. It's knowing that you're good at something. You don't doubt your abilities, right? If you put me on a snowboard, I've never been on a snowboard. I know that I can't do it. I'm going to fuck it up. I'm going to be on there nervous, shaking and shit. I'm going to look like a bitch. I'm going to make an idiot out of myself, right? So I'm not confident at it. So when we're talking about the kind of confidence that there is the reason that you clicked on this video, right? You want to be a confident individual in general. What exactly is this referring to? Just think about it, okay? It means just having confidence in existing and being yourself and being a human being, having confidence in just who you are, right? Having confidence in how you act and how you look and all this different shit. We're going to break everything down. But we're talking about the confidence towards who you are, okay? We want to have that kind of confidence. And this can be broken down into a lot of different things, right? So this consists of a lot of different things. We can have confidence about the way you speak, okay? You can have confidence about the way you look, the way you dress, the type of people you have, the amount of money that you make, how strong you are, whatever, right? There's a whole bunch of different types of confidence. And let me ask you guys something. How did LeBron James or Mike Tyson? Let's talk about Mike Tyson because I know more about Mike Tyson. Let's talk about Mike Tyson. How did Mike Tyson become confident in boxing? Let me ask you this question. Think about it for a minute before I answer it, okay? Pause the video for like 8 seconds and think about it. He became confident in boxing by getting good at boxing, right? I'm sure he wasn't confident the first time he stepped in a ring with somebody, right? He wasn't confident that he's going to smoke him. He wasn't confident in boxing. He wasn't confident with people watching him box because he was afraid he's going to get smoked. He didn't know, is he good at this shit? Is someone else better than him? He didn't know, right? So he didn't know whether or not he's good. But then he became good through training. So he trained and he built himself up to a point where he became confident. So he trained, he kept fighting, he kept going, he kept practicing to be the meanest, baddest motherfucker. And then before you know it, now he's world champion at 20, knocking out 30-year-old men, knocking out dudes that are 6 inches taller than him, smoking everybody in his path in like 30 seconds. He wasn't just beating people. He was destroying people. He was whooping people. He was the best of the fucking best, okay? So he earned his confidence because he built his boxing skills. He built his boxing persona to a point where he could walk in the ring, and now he's standing there. He's like, try me. Like, you can't do anything to me. He knows for a fact that he is the best at this shit. He knows that he's good at this shit. That's why he's confident, right? He doesn't fuck around. What are you gonna tell him? Do you think he's worried about what you think about his boxing skills? He doesn't give a fuck, bro. He knows he's good. So that's why he has confidence, okay? So if you think about yourself, oh, I'm not confident. Okay, what are you not confident in? Think about it. What is it about you that makes you unconfident? Okay. Let's look at some other pictures, and then we're probably gonna be able to pinpoint it. All right, because people who lack confidence, generally speaking, they will belong somewhere into this side of the screen. As always, you guys know I like to split this shit in half. Okay. What do you lack confidence about? Do you lack confidence in the way you look? Do you lack confidence in that? Okay, are you a fat fuck? Okay, are you a skinny little bitch? If you're a man and you're a skinny little bitch, are you a fully grown man who has a family to protect, but you're a skinny little bitch? And then the dude like Mike Tyson comes in there and smokes you? Are you unconfident about how you look? Are you unconfident about your physicality? Well, what do you want me to tell you? Just be confident? No, you're not going to be confident because the fact is you are a bitch and you look like a fucking marshmallow. How can you be confident with that kind of body? It's like Mike Tyson. He couldn't be confident when he sucked at boxing. You have to get good at boxing. So if you want to be good, if you want to be confident in how you look, you got to start looking good, right? Am I crazy for saying this shit? Isn't that obvious? Okay, now let's extrapolate this to anything else, okay? Do you walk around in public? Let's say, let me ask you this. Let's say you're in the shop, and Arijan comes up with a fucking hat on, looking serious as fuck as usual for no reason. Just look like somebody pissed me off. That's just how I walk around, okay? Puts on a tank top. But I'm a nice guy, don't get me wrong. I'm polite. My mom taught me manners. I would say hello, please, thank you, have a nice day. You gotta say this shit, okay? But can you look somebody in the eye when you talk to them? This makes some people nervous, okay? So when I come up to a dude that's dressed like this, and is a skinny little bitch, he's older than me, right? He's 26 years old. I'm only 23. And he looks like this. He's even taller than me, but he looks like this, dressed like this, dressed like a little bitch, right? Looks like a punk bitch. He can't handle a dude looking him in the eye. A dude with no sleeves, he's got some shoulders popping on the side, you got some traps jumping up there. He gets nervous. He's not confident. Okay? So you're walking around the street dressed like this. How do you think you're gonna feel if maybe this isn't even a bad example. This guy's not even doing too bad. It just looks a little bit. I can't drop the F word. They're gonna ban me for being a homophobe or something. I can't drop that word. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? If you're a fully grown man, dressing like you don't even pay any attention to it, do you? Then you just wonder why you don't have any confidence in yourself. You don't even pay attention, because when you walk around, you know that you look like shit. You carry yourself like shit. Okay, you don't have any posture. You don't even have the balls to stand up and walk around with your head up. You're afraid of what people are gonna. You're afraid of how people are gonna look at you. What they're gonna think of you. Are they gonna think you're a fucking asshole? You're afraid of speaking loudly in public. You don't even want to talk to anybody when you go out in public. You know. You just want to be unnoticed and just get in and get out. Maybe your hair looks like shit. Look at this guy. You think this guy's confident? Okay, is this what your relationship looks like? No wonder you're unconfident. This is the type of shit that makes you unconfident, right? Maybe you got a chick, but you know inside your head that she's the only girl that you could ever get. You have zero chance of getting another chick. You're just a desperate little bitch. Your girlfriend runs the relationship. No wonder you're not confident in yourself. If this little human being, which is half your size, and if you're a real man, you could take your hand and crush her skull with your bare hand, just like that. And she's the one ordering you around, and you're afraid to express your opinion. You can't even express your opinion in your own household because if someone's gonna start bitching at you and arguing with you and getting offended by what you're saying. You can't even speak like a man. You can't even speak up. No wonder you're not confident. I can say whatever the fuck I want over here. I'm not scared of what someone's gonna tell me. Just today I had somebody bitching on Discord, coming in and barking at me. I don't give a fuck, bro. So if you're in these kind of situations, of course you're not gonna be confident in who you are. Okay, look at this guy, fucking hell. I just googled a picture of like a nerd or a dork or a geek or something, and I get this. Like, see, here's the thing, right? Take this dude over here. He looks like a punk bitch. He looks like a bullying target in school, right? He looks like, if you look at a movie about high school, this is the kind of guy that gets bullied by the guy that looks like me, right? But if this guy, let's say he shaves that fucking head, let's say he gets rid of that wacky ass fucking outfit, let's say he puts on some muscle, let's say she gets fucking tattooed up, let's say he gets some ink, and he starts just walking around like he means it. He starts walking around like he's not a punk bitch anymore, because now he's got some confidence. Now now he doesn't have a gut anymore. Look at this fucking guy. He's got a gut. He's got titties. If you got titties, of course you're not gonna be able to stand up to somebody like me, because you know this guy can knock you the fuck out, and he's gonna have it his way. And you know that your girlfriend's checking this guy out as well. You're not gonna be confident. So anyway, the point that I'm still trying to hammer home is that confidence is something that you have to earn. Okay, so take certain aspects of your personality that you aren't confident in, and work on them until you become confident. You gotta practice them. Okay, if you're not confident in how you sound, in how you speak, in how you converse with people, you gotta get that shit under control, guys. You gotta get your fucking life in order. Practice. Film yourself on camera like I do. You think I was confident when I was not socializing with people, and I was a little teen, when I was just staying in my house all day playing video games? Do you even leave the house? Dude, does your social circle look like this? You just get some skinny friends over and you play video games? How are you going to be confident? You never even leave the house. You leave the house maybe twice a week. Maybe you go to school, you don't even want to talk to nobody. You go to school dressed like shit. You don't even want to be there. God forbid a girl talks to you or anything like that. You're ashamed of yourself. You know that feeling? Are you scared of talking to girls? You got a problem, bro. Why are you scared of talking to girls? You should be excited to talk to girls. When a girl talks to you, you get all nervous. And the reason you get nervous is because now she has an opportunity to see your shitty social skills, to see your lack of conversation abilities. She has a chance to get a closer look at your man titties. Okay? She gets a closer chance to smell you because you don't even put on any cologne, or you don't even put on some deodorant or shower or put on some nice clothes. Now she gets a closer look at your fucking ungroomed face. Of course you're gonna be nervous. Get that shit under control, bro. It's not rocket science. Again, like I said in the last video, like some of this stuff should be obvious. Just think about it. You know the answer. Just fucking think about it for a minute. Alright? Why don't you try doing something like this? Why don't you try dressing up like this guy? You know who he is. I don't know if I can say his name. I don't know if I can talk too much. I'm gonna leave his face out of the frame. If you pulled up to school like this, you think you're gonna be unconfident with that car behind you? You think this guy has any of those problems? No, he knows he looks good as fuck. He knows he's got a fresh ass outfit. He's got a rollie on his wrist. He's got a rolls behind him. He's fresh as fuck, right? Look at Larry Wheels, right? Look at these guys. We got some of the best speakers in the world over here. Do your friends all look like punks like this, or do you have brothers that you can work together with, that you know are gonna back you up? When you go out with your friends, and there's 3 of you at a table, and then I walk in, do you get nervous and you try to avoid eye contact with me? Or are you like, fuck yeah, there's another G in the house, let's see how this is gonna play out, right? Let's get the boys around, let's get the testosterone flowing. How do you feel, right? Because if all your friends are like these punk bitches, I can handle all 3 of you guys. I'll put you in a fucking chokehold. Your buddies are just gonna freeze. They're not even gonna just jump in to help you because they're all punks, right? And when you know that's the case, when you know your friends are all bitches, you're not gonna feel confident around them. You're not gonna feel like a man. So this is what you're lacking in life. Or do you have friends who you can work out with, lift weights with, fight with, talk about women, talk about life, talk about whatever. We're gonna be there for you. We're gonna help you out. You fight. You go through battles together. You got your boys. So anywhere you go, you know you got backup. You know you got somebody to lean on. You know you got somebody you can trust. How are your talking abilities? Look at these 2. I can't even say these 2 names. I'm probably gonna get banned for even putting these people on screen. I don't know why people get offended when I tell you these 2 aren't crazy. What the fuck are you talking about? Why do you think they're crazy, bro? Like, have you actually ever heard one of these people speak and actually listen to what they're trying to say and check what they're talking about? Or did you just read a headline saying you're crazy and now that's your opinion for the rest of your life? Think about it for a minute. And on that topic, when you go out and you have a conversation with somebody, do you have any substance to your character? This is what we got to talk about in a separate video, how to build character, because that's the next step after this, how to build character. Did you have any character? When was the last time you read a book? When was the last time you learned something interesting, right? When was the last time you had something like, holy shit, this is interesting, this is something that people should talk about? When was the last time you formed an original thought that you can share with somebody, and you know that this is an original thought, and to discuss it with somebody they would start to like you because they actually think this is a cool thought as well. And they'll be like, oh, this motherfucker's cool. Do you have anything like this? Or do you just talk about work, the weather? You just want to get the conversation over with. I know this shit. I've been there, bro. I was 14 years old once. It's normal when you're 14, but if you're 19 and 20 years old, you got a problem. You got to get this shit under control, guys. You're an adult now. You got responsibilities. Stop fucking around. Stop playing video games all day, all right? A lot of these things are, you guys already know the answer to a lot of this shit, okay? I don't even know what else to tell you. The answer at the end of the day, a wise man told me once. A wise man told me that the answer is always to work harder. Especially if you're a man. The answer is always to work harder, you know? Get this shit under control. Are you eating sugar all day? Let me ask you, do you eat sugar? Do you fucking consume nicotine all the time and you're puffing that fucking vape, looking like a dork, looking like a clown in the back of the class? Let me ask you another question. I think we need to talk about this shit at length. I'm not sure if we talked about this in the last video, but let me ask you a question. When you go to the bus station, when you go sit, you wait for the bus, or you're just waiting in line at the shop, or something like that. You're just waiting somewhere. You gotta wait for a minute, or 3 minutes, or so. You're by yourself, okay? Can you do this without looking at your phone, or without doing anything? Like, can you just stand there, like, and just stand there, and just don't look at your phone? Don't look. Can you actually comfortably do this? Think about it. Don't lie to me. Don't act like, oh yeah, I know you don't want to admit this shit. This is a hit on the ego, right? But think about it for a minute. Like, test yourself. Next time you're on a bus station or waiting for the metro or on the train or whatever, can you sit on the train, on a busy train with people around you without looking at your phone? Can you just sit there and just relax and just wait on the train like a normal person? Can you do that? Think about it, because I know a lot of you guys can't do this. Because how do I know? Because every time I go on the train, 99% of the dudes on there just mindlessly scrolling through something. Now, okay, maybe you're reading something interesting, okay? Maybe you're actually trying to be productive. Maybe you're reading the Bible. Maybe you're studying something. But most of the guys are not. Most of the guys, you know what they're doing? TikTok. They're not even paying attention. They're not even amused by what they're looking at. They didn't even choose what they're looking at. They didn't even decide what they're looking at. They have that little control over their fucking life. They're just scrolling through some bullshit for an hour while the train is surfing around. Because the only reason they're scrolling is because they can't sit there because they feel awkward about sitting there. They don't feel like a man when they just sit there. They don't know. They can't just look around. If they look around, they're shaking and shit. They're over there fidgeting. They're over there. They can't look at. You got that sorry ass smile on your face like you owe something to somebody, like you're trying to avoid trouble. You know that feeling? You guys know what I'm talking about. You wouldn't have clicked on this video if you didn't know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You walk around. You don't want to stand up too tall. You don't want to look people in the eye. God forbid you make some eye contact with a dude like me. You're looking at your fucking feet the second you make eye, because you're scared. You're afraid of you have a fear of confrontation, right? You have a fear of possibly agitating somebody with your demeanor, because again, you're not confident in who you are. If you were confident in who you are, you could just sit there and be like, bro, I'm just minding my own fucking business. I didn't do nothing wrong. If you got a problem with me just sitting there, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I didn't do nothing to you. What are you gonna do? You got a problem with that? Well, we can step outside. How about that? Can you do that? When somebody says something to you, can you confront them, or do you just bunk out like, just look at your fucking feet and just scare away from any conversation, from any serious conversation, right? That's what a child does. A child runs away from its responsibilities. A grown man is gonna fucking deal with it. Think about this shit, guys. It's in the details. Think about this. We gotta break a lot more of this shit down. Look at these little skinny fucking. But do you look like this? If you look like this, be honest with me, bro. If you look like this, dude, you look in the mirror every single day. Like, do you even like to look at the mirror? I didn't. I know when I was skinny, I didn't like to look at the mirror. No fucking chance. I used to wear a hoodie all day because I didn't want people to see my arms. I wouldn't wear fucking short sleeves. I wouldn't even wear a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, because it would still show how skinny my frame was. I remember this shit, bro. I was like 14, 15 when I was like, bro, you know what my decision was? Because I also I was looking at a dude like me. Somewhere I'm looking at Ziz, I'm looking at all these other guys. Bro, I want to be like this. Like, why can't I be like this, you know? And they tell you, yeah, maybe you're looking at dating coaches and shit on YouTube. Like, yeah, just be confident, be yourself, bro. If you're yourself, you're gonna be even worse, man. Because if you're yourself, you're a punk bitch. Is that what you want to be? That's the part that makes you unconfident. So if you look in the mirror and you see this, of course you're not confident. You don't want to go to the beach and take your fucking shirt off. You don't want people to see this shit. Whereas if you're like me, I can't wait to take my fucking shirt off. I can't wait to go out, wear a fucking tank top or something, get a pump at the gym, make sure everybody sees that. Make sure the girl passing by sees it. It feels nice. It feels good. Because everywhere I walk, I have this status symbol. I have this mark of excellence reflecting to everybody. Look, I deserved something. I worked hard for something, and I have this badge of honor over here. You can see that I don't even have to do anything. I just wear a t-shirt. You can see that my arm is bigger than your fucking neck. Okay? I can take your girlfriend, and I can take one of her in each hand. I can take your girlfriend and her sister, and I can lift them both over my chest. I can bench press them. Can you do that? You can't even pick her up. You think she's attracted to that? You know she's not attracted to that. That's why you don't feel confident. I know that she's attracted to me. That's what makes me confident. That's what builds confidence, because you know that you're good at something, okay? Because I know that I have a good ability to speak to people. Because when I speak to people, I can see that I get good feedback, okay? When I speak to people, I can get along with people very well, okay? Be nice to people. Be kind to people. Be open. Can you like? Do you have the balls? Let me ask you something. Have you ever come up to somebody and just look them in the eye and just give them a genuine compliment? And don't be weird about it. Like, you probably feel weird about it, but can you actually do this? Just tell them, look, my friend, I need to tell you, I really like the way you speak. I really like your opinion on something. I think you have a really pretty jacket. Or to come with a girl, bro, I think your hair looks really nice. Or say, I don't know. Don't be fucking weird about it, but you understand what I'm saying. Just give somebody a genuine compliment. Can you tell your mother that you love her? Can you tell your family, hey, I love you? I really appreciate having you. Like, can you be sincere when you say this to somebody? Probably not, because you're not confident in the way you say it. You just feel weird about it. You're socially awkward. Socially awkward, all that means is that first of all, you're not skilled at socializing. You don't know what to say, when to say it, how to say it. You can't time shit. You can't be funny. You can't make people comfortable. You can't make people laugh. You know that people aren't interested in what you have to say. You doubt yourself. You get all these thoughts racing because you're not trained socially. You're not social. You don't have any practice. Your social skills are bad, and you know it. So you're not confident in doing it either. So even though you know that your skills are shit, if your skills are shit, at least if you try, you're gonna work on it. You're gonna improve it a little bit, right? But you don't even try. Then you know that it's fucking shit, right? So make a list of what you need to do to become a confident human being, right? And the list is probably gonna look like something like this, right? You're gonna talk about your fitness level. And you don't gotta be like me. I'm trying to fucking lift 300 kilos. I'm trying to work out 6 days a week, 2 hours. I do boxing. You don't have to be like me. I just like this shit, so I do it for fun. I really enjoy doing it. You don't have to be like me. Although you do have to like it. But anyway, it's gonna concern your confidence. Is gonna depend on your fitness level. It's gonna depend on how you dress. Okay. It's gonna depend on what the kind of people that you have around you. Right. Imagine if all your friends were like me. Imagine if you had 3 brothers and they're all like me. You think they're gonna let you be a punk bitch, or you think you're gonna learn from us? You're gonna start acting like us. You're gonna start talking like. You're gonna start lifting. You're gonna start having this way to speak to people, which is just captivating, and people like to listen to you, and people enjoy conversing with you, and you can actually make new friends, and you can actually attract women. If you had people like this around you, you would become like that. But anyway, the list is like this: your fitness level, how's it titties, the people around you. Okay, it's just the way you dress. That's the third one. The way you speak. And I'm not talking about the things you say. I'm talking about the way you say them. Look at the way I speak. I throw my hand in there. I open my mouth. I make a facial expression with my eyes. I'm looking at you. I'm pronouncing words in a certain way. You see what I mean? Like, even without thinking about what I'm saying. And then on top of that, you have the last thing. Maybe not the last thing. I don't know. I'll think of something else. But it's just the things that you say, so the contents of your character, the things that you can talk about. Like, when was the last time you read a book or a story or something like this, so you can actually formulate an original thought and share it with somebody? You know what I mean? So this is a little list. You can make a list for yourself, but just make a fucking list. You know what the answer is gonna be, okay? On how to develop these skills and how to get better at this. And before you know it, now you know that you have a good product to deliver. Imagine if I gave you a single slipper like this. I gave you a slipper, and I told you have to sell it to somebody. Okay? Go out in the street and sell it to somebody. you're gonna be like, what the fuck? You're gonna feel like an idiot, right? Because the product is shit. Because you know that you have a shitty product. So you have something which you know is not attractive to you. How are you gonna sell somebody a single slipper? It's worn, it's dirty, it's got a Russian flag on it. You're definitely gonna you're gonna catch some shit. Probably I'll get demonetized just for pulling that up, knowing the world that we live in today. You got a shitty product, you're not gonna be able to sell it because you don't even believe in it yourself. But if you got a good product, let's say I give you the cleanest pair of fucking slippers, maybe not even slippers. It's something that is actually, imagine you come up in a Lamborghini or a Bugatti. You're gonna sell that shit like this. People want this. People are attracted to good products, right? People want this. And when you know you have a good product, you don't even give a fuck anymore, right? So when you genuinely know that you built a good product, you don't care if someone doesn't buy it. You know that other people are gonna buy it. If you get one person that's not into it, you don't give a fuck because you've seen that everybody else is into it, right? So you're not worried about if this person rejects you. You don't even give a fuck because you got a good product. Just work on yourself, bro. You know what the answers are. I don't even have to tell you this stuff, but just think about it for a minute.